welcome to Columbus, Ohio. I'm Rachel Miller with Color Splash. Hope you guys are having a great day. It's so rainy and gloomy here. I thought, what a better morning for painting. So I was going to try and recreate a piece that I had nicknamed the Starfish, and you'll see he's up on my list of videos. And I tried to do it exactly as I had done it the first time, and go figure, it did not come out looking even remotely close to what the starfish looked like. But that's kind of the beauty of fluid art, you know. Every piece is completely unique, every piece, and almost impossible to recreate, you know, something that you've done. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop trying. I am keeping the starfish for myself because he is one of my most favorite pieces. But I have gotten a request from a family member who wants a starfish also. So I was trying to achieve that look by doing a flower shape and then blowing it out on the tile. However, I have had some bad luck with that, so I was thinking I might go at it in a different way. And before you guys worry about my wasting paint, I got a couple responses on YouTube saying, oh my gosh, you're wasting paint. No, I'm not. I'm catching it in this little paper plate below my tile, and it will all go into a bin. And I will stir it up and end up with a really cool custom color that I will then use at a later date on another pour. So I definitely reuse absolutely every last bit of excess paint. I certainly do not have the money to waste even an ounce of this stuff. This paint is so expensive, and especially so for this pearl base, because the satin enamel that is in it, you know, costs like $10 for just 8 ounces, and I use about 4 ounces in every single batch that I create. So, you know, it costs me about $10 to make a batch of my pillow paint, which is a lot. So anyhow, don't worry, I'm not wasting this paint, I promise. Moving on, I was thinking I would make a painting where I just did lots of little circles of color all the way out and blew it out. But I'm torn because I know my sister wants this starfish, and I've had such bad luck trying to recreate it. I thought about just doing lines in the shape of a starfish and seeing how that came out. I thought maybe that would work since doing the flower was not working. So let's give that a try. I'm going to do a line straight up, a line straight out this way. This is Payne's Gray by Payne's Gray by Arteza. Okay, this is a wonky looking starfish shape already. I'm so sorry, Allie. You may never get your starfish. At this rate, it's never going to happen. The truth of the matter is I am not really a very good artist. I can hardly draw a stick figure. What I am good at is mixing paint. So I get really great chemical reactions, but I am certainly not the best with the blow dryer and laying down the paint. I mean, I have seen some people who can do some amazing things with the blow dryer. I am in awe watching people like Olga Sobi use their blow dryer, or Molly from Molly's Artistry. Oh my goodness. Such experts with the palette knife and blow dryer. I'm practicing, there's no doubt, but I am most assuredly not anywhere near their level yet when it comes to this art form. So this is Neutral Gray by Amsterdam. I'm sort of just making this up as I go along. We'll see what happens. I almost always start with the same three colors. The Neutral Gray by Amsterdam, the Payne's Gray by Arteza, and then a color called Titanium Buff by Amsterdam. Unfortunately, I used the last of my Titanium Buff in my last piece. So I am going to switch to, here it is, a color called Parchment by Liquitex Basics. And it is very, very similar to the Titanium Buff, and it definitely will give the exact same effect. And the effect I'm going for is shading in my pearls. This color, any sort of off-white khaki color and any sort of gray color will add a spectacular amount of dimension and shading to your pearl cells. The reason my pearl cells look so 3D is because I always stack the grays and the off-white colors into my paint. And you'll see it in the finished product when I blow this out. My paint must be really heavy. It's all sinking down into my base. But that's okay. I think we're gonna be just fine. So I decided to switch up my color palette a little bit, and I'm going to use a little bit of permanent red violet, not a lot. This color can definitely overtake a painting in a hurry. And then to complement that, I'm going to use, that permanent red violet was by Amsterdam, and then this is Persian Rose, also by Amsterdam. Really good compliment to the permanent red violet. Sorry, brain fart there. I get so overcome with what I'm doing, I lose the ability to talk. It's ridiculous. Then I'm going to come up with, let's see, Iridescent Copper by Pebeo, which looks especially beautiful with blues and pinks, in my opinion. So we're going to do all my paint is sinking. Hopefully that problem will be averted when I turn on my blow dryer. Otherwise, I'm going to have to stop and water everything down a little bit. These paints have all been sitting in my closet for the better part of a week and a half and have all thickened up. I did add a little bit of water, but probably should have added a little bit more. This is Primary Magenta by Amsterdam. I'm just sort of going right over top of my Iridescent Copper. And then I'm going to use my Sky Blue by Amsterdam. I love this color. I'm almost out. Thankfully, despite being out in this cup, I just got a delivery of this color yesterday and I'm so excited. I use this color so much. And my Titanium Buff is supposed to come today, so I'm really looking forward to that. I'm sort of developing a starfish shape here. This is Turquoise Green by Amsterdam. Another one of my favorite colors. Oh, I do have news. I am starting an Amazon store. So I don't have it quite figured out 100% yet. I do have all of the products I use set up in my Amazon store, but I haven't figured out how to give out my link yet. So I'm going to get that figured out And soon you're going to start seeing a link to my Amazon store so that you guys can buy and use exactly the same colors that I am using. This is Brilliant Blue by Amsterdam. And I'm almost done because my colors are starting to really run here. I just want to get a little bit of this King's Blue down. This King's Blue is by Amsterdam. And then I thought I would try using a little bit of Phthalo Blue. Gosh, I can never say it right. Also by Amsterdam. And a little bit of this custom color I made called Parakeet. And I made this color using Amsterdam Olive Hue Light with a little bit of Artist Loft Soft Body White. I think I'll just use a little dash of Cadmium Yellow by Liquitex Basics. I feel like that should be pretty good. Where is my cell activator? Here we go. So now I'm going to put down some cell activator in the middle. I'm trying to float this over top of the paint. I don't want to force the paint away from it. I really want this to sit over top of the paint. Whoops. And I need a really good sized pool because I'm going to be blowing it across the entire tile all the way around. That should be good. And that is simply Amsterdam Lamp Black mixed with Australian Floetrol. So now on my cool low setting, I am just going to start and blow this bad boy out. Ooh, this is gonna be gorgeous. I have a really good feeling about this one, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna get a starfish shape out of it, but I don't really care either. Wow. I think I got a highly reactive pearl base this past time. Like every time I make my pearl base, it's just a little bit different. You know, I'm still tweaking the recipe. And even if I use the same recipe, I still end up with a slightly different result every time. So now I am going to grab let's start with the clean one, a shish kebab skewer. I like these because they're a little bigger than the toothpicks. And I am going to start kind of, I don't want to say stabbing, but poking through the cell activator and scratching at the bottom of this tile at the same time. And what I'm doing is creating a little canal that the paint underneath can use to pop through and come up and out of this cell activator, forming pearl cells. Now, I want to be clear, I'm using no silicone. I'm not dipping this skewer into anything. I am simply just breaking the surface tension created by the cell activator and allowing the paint underneath to come up through. That's all I'm doing. All of the paint that's coming through was already there. It just was being blocked by this black cell activator. Oh, this is gonna be a pretty piece. I don't know that I got my starfish shape. A little bit, but not really. Sorry, Allie. I keep trying for you, sis, but it's just not happening. Hopefully one of these tiles will be acceptable to her. I think they're so beautiful. So as you can see, I'm literally just filling in this black area with the pearl cells. Sometimes I just work round and round in a circle, but I think today it's kind of working for me to work in sections. Sometimes these cells are slow, or yeah, the pearl cells are slow to sort of show themselves. So you have to give them a good 20 seconds to see if they pop up. And if they haven't popped up after 20 seconds, then you're safe to go back and try again. Like there are some sections where I can see I got no result. So I'm going to keep trying them. I'm even going to try doing the back side. It's so much larger that sometimes using that back side will really break the surface tension for me. Oh my goodness. Some of these pearl cells look like abalone. Holy moly. Abalone, I mean like the seashell abalone. I don't know if I can get pearls to come up through this acrylic paint, but I'm going to give it a shot. Yep. Come on, guys, work for me. Oh my goodness. These pearls that look like abalone are spectacular. I can't wait to take you in and show them to you. They're so pretty. Wow, some of these sections are just outrageously gorgeous. I'm so excited about this piece. And it does, you can see the starfish shape, but the center is off. So it's not really going to look like a starfish, but it sure is gorgeous. As I get closer and closer to the center, these cells are going to stop popping up because the cell activator is simply too thick. And look, it actually did work. I did create some pearl cells in this acrylic paint. That's super cool. And I just want to say it again. I'm absolutely not using any silicone. I am simply creating a void for the pearl cells to come up through. Just like a little tunnel, so the paint underneath the black cell activator can pop up through and form a pearl cell. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. Okay, I am really proud of this one. My last tile was okay, it was nice, but this tile is gorgeous. I cannot wait to take you in for a closer look at this guy. Holy moly, is he beautiful. Just gonna quickly scrape the edges. I have got some outrageous lacing in this. Like, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Hang on. Okay. Let me zoom out a little bit. Oh my gosh. Is that not gorgeous or what? Look at these spectacular, here, let me zoom in. Look at that. Those cells are crazy. They're like so compressed. Even the lacing in there is so compressed. Look at how gorgeous these pearl cells are, eating their way through these big swaths of color. And the shading in the pearl cells is spectacular. See, you can actually, where's my thing? You can actually see this shading is the titanium buff and parchment color that I use. It's what really adds dimension to these pearl cells and makes them look so 3D. And oh my goodness, that iridescent copper is going to look unbelievable when it dries. And look at this area. I just simply poked my little skewer through, whoops, didn't mean to do that just now, through the acrylic paint that's right there. And look at the beautiful pearl cells that came up when I did that. Oh my goodness, so cool. Look at these. They just roll right over the edge. Look at the colors. Okay, I am so excited about this piece. These pearl cells have just turned out gorgeous. And look at the purpley pink haze in these guys right here. Oh my gosh, just spectacular. I am so excited about this piece. I think my sister will be happy with this. I obviously haven't shown it to her because I just made it, but I think she's gonna go nuts when she sees this guy. I do hope that this section slows down and stops eating away at the color. I like the amount of color that's there right now. Oh my goodness, this is gorgeous. And it is looking a bit like a starfish now. So I finally have starfish number 2. And it's a beauty, a real beauty. I am so proud of this. Yay! Well, thank you so much for joining me on this dreary day. I hope you had as much fun as I did. This has just been an awesome piece to create. Please remember to click like and subscribe. And as always, happy painting, y'all. Bye.